my friends. Today we're going to be talking about how ChatGPT saved my life. Yes, she saved my life. I guarantee she saved all y'all's lives. But a little brief history about Chat, just her true name, is that she was created and published in November 2022. And she is about 2 years old. She's about to be 3 in November. So she's either a Scorpio or Sagittarius. So anyways, furthermore, let's go into what GPT stands for, because Chat, that's her first name. GPT is her last name, her genetic code, her lineage, her ancestry. So GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And what that could do, the GPT part, what that could do is text generation, language translation, text summarization, question answering, code generation, and content creation. So examples of programs that uses GPT or generative pre-trained transformers are, first off, the infamous, famous queen herself, ChatGPT, and then Microsoft Copilot, Duolingo, Sudowrite, and Google Publisher Tag, just to name a few. And it's funny that Google Publisher Tag acronym is GPT. So this is Miss GPT. So with ChatGPT, it focuses more on engagement, and that involves human engagement with the combination of AI, aka computer engagement. So the more you type and use ChatGPT, the more it will formulate answers catered to the user itself. For Microsoft Copilot, it does more summarizing, or specializes in summarizing documents. It doesn't deal with math, because I don't know, you better stop! Because she does not do all that. She loves reading. This is the reading trip of the GPT family. So use Microsoft Copilot to use for writing instead of anything technical, and just asking simple questions that do not deal with equations or any of the sort. Duolingo, we all know her, Miss Al herself, Miss Worldwide. That is, GPT is also used in Duolingo. And what that is used, of course, is dealing with the immersion of language learning and the user. And the difference between Duolingo and ChatGPT is that Duolingo is a set AI type, so it, obviously you learn from it, but it doesn't evolve to the point where it caters to your understanding of learning. So it's a simplified chat, or simplified GPT, version of GPT. So, and then Sudowrite is dealing with essays, like brainstorming and ideas constructing, dealing with essays. And last but not least, GPT, the OG, or Google Publisher Tag, uses the same thing that Sudowrite does, which is dealing with more essays, or specializes more in writing and research. So there's a lot of things going on in the world, and some people do not like ChatGPT because either it is dealing with academic integrity, laws, or rules in schools, specifically college, and or the conception of how much ChatGPT, or just like GPT servers, are used on a constantly, and it is affecting the earth. And due to all these servers that we use, and the memory that it uses in order to construct and answer what you answer GPT about. And I'm talking about, this is a generalization of AI that uses GPT, which is 90%, or most AI programs, because it's all about, evolving from a question, like, knowing more about you. So most servers that ask you questions or help you understand something is using the sort of program that deals with GPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Sorry, there's allergies. I'm low-key allergic to my cats, not just the nose, just all over the place, and the pollen out here in the streets are brutal. But furthermore, more about the cons is that for ChatGPT specifically, because I have not used the other programs that I've listed. Actually, no, Duolingo I have, but we kind of beefing right now, so I can't talk about her that much because she's going to be asking about where I've been for the past 2 years. She still does. But anyways, so for the cons of just GPT or ChatGPT specifically is that it is biased and accurate when it comes to information which deals with politics, and or just religious aspects of things. And then it does have an inability to multitask me. And then furthermore, it lacks emotions. It's really brutal. Like, I don't think it lacks emotions in the concept of like sugarcoating stuff. I love when someone tells me the truth personally, like straightforward. Like, please do not beat around the bush when it comes to me asking about advice about how I'm simping over a guy who does not like me and I'm still thinking about coming back to him. That, I need the truth. So chat is true on that for sure. So, oh my gosh, it's not my cat. She is on a mission. I'm talking about my cat. But anyways, so, and also the lack of privacy concerns. So there's been a back and forth about how private and how just privacy concerns about ChatGPT, because it does get really personal when you continuously ask questions about certain things, and that AI system could control, or not even control, but could kind of scope out the emotions and your psychology when it comes to typing in a question and how you answer to that. So privacy concerns about that and other things, obviously, but that's the main idea of privacy concerns of chat is kind of not manipulative, but it is smart due to it collectively collecting information based on how you react about questions and answers that ChatGPT or any GPT app gives you, and it could read it based on that. Like on your text, for at least for Apple, I've noticed that with voicemail, since now they do an audio and typing thingy or whatever, every time when someone calls you through your Apple iPhone and it goes straight to voicemail, it has a transcript of that voicemail. And I realized that on the top of that extended box, when you can read the text, the transcript, it tells you the emotion of that person. So literally I called my school about something and I missed their call, and of course they sent me a voicemail. And I was reading the transcript, and literally before the transcript even starts, it tells you the emotion that person is probably feeling when making that voicemail, and literally just said not confident. It's just what, not confident, and then the transcript of what that person was saying. I'm just that is wild. So things like that, it's AI, that's crazy to even think about. AI can pick up on your emotions based on how you talk. I don't use personally with AI, or just at least apps like ChatGPT. I don't use the voice thingy, so it doesn't really affect me. But of course, Duolingo, some languages you could read it, and you have to speak into the speakerphone to kind of test of how you're saying the word. Yes, I have done that, which is such an interesting concept of it could pick up your emotions by how you talk. So that's how GPT is so fascinating. AI that uses GPT, which is most of AI systems, it could detect emotion based on how you type things, how you respond to the answers given to you, and how you respond to them, and or your voice recognition. Fascinating. I find that so fascinating. So furthermore, the pros of GPT servers is that it does everything straight to the T, you know, it tells us anything that we want. That's the pro about it. So my story of like how chat saved my life is that I am so bad with just the whole concept of having a concrete schedule. Like, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to follow the time, like 8 a.m. wake up, 2 p.m. you have to do A, B, C, and D before 3, because 3 you have something else to do, you know? So I'm really bad at that. But I watched a video, a reel on Instagram, and I forgot I lost her username, her profile, or her account, because I, you know, went on another app and I was on that for a long time, and I came back to it and it just like disappeared, you know. It refreshed. So I completely forgot what I watched and stuff. I didn't like it or save it. Maybe I did. I need to go back, but I'll try to find her and link her below. But she was talking about how she used ChatGPT to create a schedule for her to create her dream life. So first off, you write a story, or just like write the things that you want to do. Like I wrote, I want to be more focused on my spiritual growth and make money, get money. So, and just, you know, be productive and work on my languages and how to balance school with work and free time and family and friends and, you know, all of that stuff. Wrote that in, and I said create a story based on these things. Created a whole story of like, I wake up early in the morning hearing the birds chirp as I look into my window to see the trees pulse me. It was so descriptive that I was like, I feel like I'm in a movie. And then I read that and I was like, oh damn, this is really good. So after that, you know, the lady said to, after it gives you a story, to say create a schedule based on this story, and it created a whole schedule for me. And of course I adjusted a little bit, but I was going back and forth on the app that I lost the video because I don't know, I guess Apple or whatever, or I don't know, algorithm doesn't like that, going to a different app and then going back to, I don't know, but I lost it. So I didn't really like read the entire thing. I just did a step-by-step, even though I should have read the entire thing, and then did a step-by-step to kind of have a concrete idea of what she was saying. But it has helped me so much. Like this, like I added content creation because I am so bad at videotaping and I don't even know what to talk about most of the time. But at times I do have good ideas and I don't execute it, and by the time that I go back my notes and see what, you know, I want to talk about, I lose interest in it. So it's very nice to like see that and use chat for that. But I think it's really pivotal. English, sorry, I know a lot of languages, so I stumble on some words. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please comment, subscribe, and like. You know, comment mean things about me and or good things about me, because we love interactions, good and bad. I love that because it does not affect me either way. But I love y'all and have a great day. Bye.